Concerned that things might escalate if Guizhou meets Xia, Jemtang meets him at the gate, takes the bag, and promptly shuts the door in his face. Furious, Guizhou decides to spy on him and is surprised to see Xia. He approaches her immediately, attempting to take a photo, but she kicks him out of the house. Despite being kicked out, Guizhou sneaks in again the next day and Jemtang repeatedly kicks him out. However, he persists until he finally meets Xia. Offering her tuna, she accepts. Xia asks Guizhou to stay away from her, which angers him. In a heated exchange, he accuses her of pretending. Zhangting rushes out, standing between them, and asks Guizhou to leave. A scuffle ensues, with Guizhou pushing Zhangting away. In the aftermath, Guizhou renounces their friendship and walks away, leaving Jemtang angered. However, when he turns around, he finds Xia visibly shaken. Jemtang consoles Xia and asks her on a date. Later, they are seen walking towards the school library together. Jemtang and Xiao share a laugh about how Gu Xiao has been showing up at Jemtang's doorstep for the past few weeks, even though Xia has refused to see him each time. After Xiao picks up some books at the library, they are about to descend a flight of stairs when Xiao loses her footing. Jemtang catches her at the last minute, leading to an awkward situation. Noticing that Xia is visibly flustered, Jemtang eases the tension by picking up her books. As Jemtang gathers a couple of books, he is surprised when Xia calls out to him and asks if he could accompany her on Cultural Festival Day. Xia reveals that she will be working as a patrol and setting up tents for the crowd. Initially hesitant, Jemtang agrees after noticing the blush on Xia's face. He agrees to accompany her, secretly hoping that she feels the same way about him. The next day, Zhangting and Xia discuss plans for Cultural Festival Day on a bench. Zhangting shares his plans with Xia about the cultural festival, but she draws closer to him and playfully teases him to reconsider. On the first day of the festival, Zhangting is visibly surprised when Xia enters the school premises, capturing the crowd's attention with her bold attire and stunning looks. To deflect the stares, Zhangting offers her his jacket, but it only intensifies the attention as they walk past. Throughout the day, Xia hangs out with Jemtang, enjoying the festivities with his friends. Later, they stop by a booth to take pictures, but the attendant is absent. While waiting, Xia excuses herself. Shortly after, a lady wearing a chicken head reveals herself as the booth attendant, Ruini. Excited to reunite, they plan to exchange contacts, but Xia arrives, grabbing Jemtang's hands and announcing she is ready to leave. Ruani is hurt by the sight of Jemtang and Xia together, assuming they are dating. On their way home, Xia asks Jemtang if he had fun because she was around, and he admits that he did. Jemtang, however, feels a twinge of guilt as he realizes his feelings for Xiao are starting to fade. Regretful for not expressing his feelings to Xia on the rooftop, he decides to no longer shy away from his emotions. As they share a light moment with laughter unknown to them, Xiao watches from a distance with an inscrutable expression. She recalls how she had reminded Jemtang about the festival, but he had excused himself. It dawns on her that Jemtang's feelings for her have changed. While Jemtang and Xia stroll around the campus, oblivious to Zhu's jealousy, they encounter a large crowd gathered in front of a stage. Xia suggests watching the show, and Jemtang wonders if Xia misses her days of stardom. The show's MC announces an opportunity for 5 people to confess their love through a dance or song, prompting volunteers to step forward. Xia confidently steps forward in front of the crowd, and Jemtang, stunned by their sudden actions, attempts to stop her. However, the crowd prevents him from reaching her. Xia introduces herself to the audience, and the atmosphere becomes charged with excitement as they realize she is Lai Xia, the renowned member of Dream Suite. Xia informs the MC that she'll be singing a song, leaving Zhangting to wonder if Xia might have feelings for someone, perhaps him. As Xia is about to begin, last-minute jitters overcome her, creating a tense silence. Just when the MC contemplates intervening, Zhu steps in and offers to sing a song before Xia. Zhu informs the audience that her song is dedicated to a crush, although she can't reveal his name because emotions should be kept private and only shared with a significant other. Zhu's offbeat tune captivates the crowd, and Xia steps off the stage. Jemtang wonders about Zhu's crush and whether she might have romantic feelings for him. However, his thoughts shift when he notices the pained expression on Xia's face. A few days later, Jemtang hears that Xia has been staying in her room and decides to check up on her. Jemtang knocks insistently on Xia's door, and to his surprise, the door swings open, pulling him inside. Xia pushes him against the wall in her bedroom, and their eyes lock intensely. Succumbing to their rising emotions, Jemtang kisses Xia, realizing in that moment that he has fallen in love with her. After the initial realization and a momentary attempt to leave, Xia convinces Jemtang to stay, mentioning that Ruoni is in the living room and leaving now would raise suspicions. They share another kiss and find themselves on the bed. However, Jemtang restrains himself, questioning whether the intense feelings are mutual. Reflecting on past experiences with Xia, he wonders if she feels the same way. Once the tension subsides, Jemtang brings up the subject of Xia's nervous breakdown at the show. He informs her that Zhu came to her rescue, stealing the hearts of everyone at the event and becoming the talk of the town. Jumtang suggests that Xia should thank Zhu by treating her to dinner. Fueled by jealousy, Xia erupts, expressing her discontent with Zhu's involvement, claiming her voice was dreadful. She criticizes the other volunteers' performances and questions how people could enjoy such a show when she believed she could have done much better. Annoyed by Xia's outburst, Jumtang leaves her room in frustration. Once outside Xia's room, Jumtang encounters Ruina, who implies that he is the reason Xia hasn't left her room for days. Ignoring her, Jumtang moves on. That night, he volunteers for the cultural festival alongside Zhu. Seizing the opportunity, Jumtang decides to inquire about whom she sang for the previous night. However, Zhu chooses to act as if she never heard the question, and Jumtang decides not to press further. Returning home, Xia apologizes to Jumtang and questions why he's been avoiding her. He reminds her of her earlier statement that they could only be friends, citing that friends don't hold hands. Jumtang informs Xia that he needs to focus on his homework, attempting to go back inside. However, Xia questions whether his homework is more important than her, and Jumtang candidly states that it is. Hurt by his response, Xia hugs him from behind, asserting that they will see how long he can ignore her. Jumtang, in turn, asks Xia about the significance of their moments together, questioning if she is genuinely interested or merely toying with him. He implores her to stop providing false hope, admitting his self-loathing for falling into wishful thinking, similar to what happened with Zhu that night. Xia remains silent, and Jumtang proceeds inside the house. To his surprise, he finds Zhu inside, who discloses that Xia invited her for a girls' night out. Sensing tension between Xia and Jumtang, Zhu excuses herself momentarily. Once alone, Jumtang confronts Xia about her intentions, and she reveals her plan to vent to Zhu about her romantic struggles, particularly questioning why a boy who once flirted with her is no longer interested. Jumtang, worried about the potential impact on his relationships with both Zhu and Xia, attempts to seize the moment by holding Xiaya's hand. However, Zhu walks in at that exact moment, causing Jumtang to let go of Xiaya's hand abruptly. The next day, Jumtang is taken aback by the news spreading through his school that Xiaya, the former member of Dream Suite, is on campus. Observing Guizhu rushing to meet her, Jumtang swiftly finds Xiaya, grabs her hand, and runs off with her. Pausing to catch their breath, Jumtang questions Xiaya about her unexpected appearance. Xiaya explains to Zhengting that he had been consistently turning down her invitations to hang out due to school-related commitments, prompting her decision to visit him on campus. She proposes getting drinks, and although Zhengting initially refuses, he eventually agrees, asking her to head home without him. While at the liquor store, Zhengting encounters Ruini, who is upset by his confession of feelings for her and subsequent flirtation with Xia. Jumtang listens intently as Xia shares her experiences as a celebrity, describing the constant intrusion of paparazzi and their focus on inappropriate angles. The revelation makes the atmosphere tense, but Jumtang tries to lighten the mood by suggesting they focus on enjoying the barbecue. As they continue with the gathering, Guizhu apologizes to Xia for his previous actions, and she accepts his apology. Despite the awkward start, the group manages to relax and have a good time. The barbecue helps ease the tension among them, and they spend the day enjoying each other's company. The weather gradually improves, allowing them to venture outside again. Jumtang, Xia, Ruini, Zhu, Guizhu, and Yuns continue their journey navigating the complexities of their relationships and friendships. The group finds themselves in a dilemma over how to deal with the stalker capturing pictures of Xia. Jumtang hesitates at the idea of resorting to violence, while Guizhu is more inclined to take forceful action. Xia, feeling upset, leaves the scene in tears, leaving the decision hanging in the air. Jumtang and Yuns engage in a heated argument with Guizhu about the appropriate course of action. Tensions rise as they grapple with conflicting opinions on how to handle the situation. The ethical dilemma weighs heavily on their minds as they contemplate the potential consequences of their choices. In this moment of uncertainty, the group must navigate their differences and find a resolution that aligns with their values while ensuring Xia's safety and well-being. The challenge lies in striking a balance between standing up against harassment and avoiding unnecessary harm. Zhu's unexpected violent reaction shocks the group, especially Jumtang, who reflects on her past and connects the dots between her outbursts and repressive situations. Yuns warns about involving the police due to potential legal consequences for the group. Guizhu, however, comes up with an alternative plan to intimidate the stalker into silence. Later, Jumtang shares the details with Xia, including Zhu's forceful actions and the steps they took to ensure the stalker's silence. Xia, appreciative of their efforts, expresses her gratitude by hugging Jumtang and kissing his hand. This positive interaction marks a turning point for Xia, who emerges from her seclusion, possibly indicating a newfound sense of security. The events surrounding the stalker have not only raised questions about personal boundaries and safety but also showcased the complexities of dealing with harassment in a world where legal and ethical considerations come into play. The group's unity and support for Xia in this challenging situation may have strengthened their bonds. The unexpected arrival of Zhu with a large suitcase surprises Jumtang and Xia. Zhu reveals that she needs a place to stay for a few months due to issues at home. While Zhu explains her situation, Zhengting decides to step out. During his stroll, Zhengting reflects on Yu's past behavior, particularly her previous escape from home after conflicts with her father during high school. This unexpected turn of events adds another layer of complexity to the relationships among Jumtang, Xia, and Zhu. Zhengting's concern suggests that Zhu's arrival may bring back memories of past challenges and potentially impact the dynamics within their group. The reasons behind Zhu's decision to move in and how it might influence the relationships among the characters create an intriguing twist in the storyline. The unexpected encounter between Jumtang and Ruino leads to Ruino's determination to make more efforts to win Jumtang's heart. Despite her intentions, their night out together becomes a cause for tension when they run into Shea. The situation is complicated as Shea claims that Jumtang and Ruino spent the night together, and Jumtang tries to explain that they were at a hospital due to Ruino's injury. Ste's playful response suggests a mix of confidence and a hint of teasing in her interactions with Zhengting. Their conversation reflects a comfortable dynamic between them, and Ste's assurance that Zhengting wouldn't fall for anyone else adds a lighthearted tone to their relationship. However, the underlying tension and complexity in the relationships within the group continue to unfold, especially considering the ongoing dynamics involving Shea, Ruino, and Zhengting. Jumtang finds himself in an awkward situation as he tries to assert himself in front of the boys vying for Xia's attention. The presence of competition and Jumtang's attempt to navigate his feelings of jealousy add an intriguing layer to the evolving dynamics among the characters. As Jumtang watches Xia leave, his concern for her well-being is evident. The rain symbolizes the challenges and uncertainties that both Xia and Jumtang are facing in their lives. Meanwhile, Xia's plan to meet Xia Yan adds an intriguing layer to the story, hinting at potential revelations about their shared past and the dynamics within the former girl group Dream Suite. Xia's decision to leave show business and prioritize her mental health reflects the toll that fame and the entertainment industry can take on individuals. The pressure to conform to certain standards, both physically and emotionally, can lead to serious mental health issues. Her exchange with Xian at the restaurant highlights the societal expectations placed on individuals, especially those in the public eye. Xia's tears of happiness after Xian's encouraging words suggest that she is finding liberation and self-acceptance in stepping away from the constraints of the industry. Stan's advice to live a fulfilling life, love freely, and embrace one's desires reinforces the importance of prioritizing personal well-being and happiness over external expectations. Walking out of the restaurant without using an umbrella in the rain is a symbolic act of embracing vulnerability and authenticity. Xia seems determined to live on her own terms and be true to herself, regardless of societal judgments. This moment marks a significant turning point in Xia's journey, hinting at a newfound strength and self-empowerment. The unexpected kiss between Xia and Zhengting creates a moment of tension, especially when witnessed by Ruino. Ruino's assumption that Jumtang and Xia are now a couple adds a layer of complexity to their relationships. Jumtang's embarrassed reaction and retreat indoors suggest that he might not be ready to confront or acknowledge his feelings for Xia openly. The mention of Jumtang's mom's birthday adds a familial element to the narrative. Jumtang's family's teasing about his feelings for Zhu indicates that his emotions might be a known topic within the family circle. Jumtang's hesitation or inability to confess his feelings to Zhu seems to be a recurring theme, and the disappointment expressed by his family members adds a subtle pressure on him to address this aspect of his personal life. At his family's residence, Jumtang receives a call from Xia recounting her encounter with Xian. She conveys Xian's advice to embrace life to the fullest, expressing her determination to follow through with this counsel. Furthermore, she discloses her desire to experience the joy of falling in love and receiving a public confession. Meanwhile, Xia shares with Jumtang an idea involving Cannibal's arrangement in a heart formation and the addition of a substantial bouquet of roses, subtly indicating her romantic interest in him. Jumtang, taking in Xia's suggestion, reclines on the bed, absorbing the notion of a public confession. Staring pensively at a photograph featuring himself and Zhu from their high school days, he is interrupted by a text from Zhu proposing a gathering for drinks with others. Following Zhengting's arrival at school, Yanjin and Guizhu joined the group, creating a convivial atmosphere with the girls. As the drinks begin to run dry, Zhengting takes the initiative to replenish their supply. Prior to stepping out, he steals a glance at Xiaya, nurturing clandestine hopes that Xiao might express a desire to accompany him. However, met with Xiao's silence, Zhengting is pleasantly surprised when Xia joins him during the walk back from the convenience store. In an attempt to hold onto Jumtang, Xia encounters resistance as he puts a stop to her advances. She expresses her dissatisfaction with Jumtang's hesitation, but he blushes while admitting that he felt embarrassed when Ruonia witnessed their kiss recently. Sia takes charge, pressing Jumtang against a wall, questioning why he let Ruonia distract him during their intimate moment. She insists he concentrate on her this time and proceeds to kiss him. However, their passionate moment is abruptly interrupted when Xiao steps out to dispose of some garbage, catching sight of them locked in a kiss. Jumtang's eyes widen with realization as he opens his eyes to find Zhu witnessing the scene. So, while Yu is thinking about how much she is in love with Jumtang, she sees the reality before her eyes. She sees the one she loves kissing Sia. The next day, everyone is hungover and still has to clean the room, obviously. While Sia and Zhu are cleaning the table, Zhu asks why she didn't tell her that they were dating, and Sia says that they aren't dating yet. And when Jumting arrives with the redheads so they can clean everything up, he starts to wonder why Zhu had that reaction when she saw their kiss, since she theoretically doesn't like him. Then Zhu sends a message to the protagonist while he is in class, telling him to meet her there at school. She told Jumting that she is going to take a suspension from school to get a job and move. She said this is because of her family. And then she says that the reason she's telling him this is because she likes him. She declared herself, finally. And besides, she talks about how stupid her father is. She says he already slapped his sister because he saw her and her girlfriend holding hands. He even felt sorry for her. That's why it took her so long to tell him that she likes him, because her father wouldn't let her date even though she was in college. She invites him to the cinema and he accepts. During the film, she demonstrates that she wants him to hold her hand, but he refuses as he wants to find a way to clear things up. They go to karaoke, they go to dinner at a restaurant. And Jumting keeps thinking how happy he is about the meeting he is having with Zhu. But Sia can't get out of his head. After that, she invites him to a party next Friday. Zhu also reveals that she already knew he liked her, but she ignored him and apologized for that. She says she can't stand seeing him with another woman and pretending everything is fine, so she tells him to think about it all. Arriving home, Sia guesses that Zhu confessed her love to Jumting and she is right on target. She tells Jumting not to get lost in hugs and kisses and to think rationally about what she wants. And she's really into the protagonist, Then she shows Jumtang arriving at the meeting with Zhu. Then he says that he didn't arrive alone and that Sia called Zhu's mother to the meeting. Zhu is in shock without understanding anything. Sia did this so Zhu and her mother could resolve things once and for all, as this family has countless problems. Zhu meets Jumting at night and she questions why he bothered taking her mother. She then already assumes that they must have little chance of meeting in the future. Jumting then tells Zhu that he is interested in someone else, then he starts crying. Zhu tries to demonstrate that he is not shaken by this and invites him to see the fireworks. And in one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in my life, the anime shows flashbacks of the two at school while interspersing scenes from the present of them going to see the fireworks. Simply cinema. And then they get to the roof and she says she's going to push him from there. Until then, it seemed like a joke and he was taking it easy. But I started to get scared at that point. She then starts crying, questioning him why he likes someone else now. He apologizes and starts crying too in a beautiful scene. He says that he really liked her, but that love happens at the right time. I loved this phrase. So the protagonist runs to see Sia. Sia arrives home with her friends and sees the finished Jumtang. He then begins to declare himself to her. Yes, the public confession she wanted so much. The next day, Zhu packs her bags and says goodbye. Sia then hugs Jumting and tells him to buy a bouquet of flowers. And that dating her has countless advantages. So the production changes what she says and Jumting runs to get the flowers. I think you said something naughty, Then it ends with her asking him to confess again. And the end. This anime was wonderful. If you liked the summary, leave it here in the comments and subscribe to the channel. To the next.